Welcome, friends. I'm glad you could make it. Now, if you're here, you must love props. I love everything about the prop building process. It just takes me to another place when I'm sitting there and working on some technical piece of a prop that's from a piece of media that I enjoyed. So today at a flea market, I was able to find this lovely 90s squirt gun. This is pretty close to a 1:1 scale of a .357 revolver, and surprisingly it still works. Overall, it has a really nice base to it, and it's built pretty solid, and we're going to see if we can make something a little more interesting with it.
Now, one of the first steps I generally take is to remove any raised text, and there's almost none on this toy, so we can mostly skip that. Now, it does have these pesky little stickers, but those come off easy. The next step is removing any flashing that would indicate that this was like a two-part mold at any time. X-Acto knives work almost perfectly for this. A couple of the inaccuracies on this prop is the water fill hole and then this little raised area in the trigger guard. Always rough up your prop with a little bit of sandpaper. This helps the paint stick better when you actually do end up painting. Removing these raised areas with the hot knife is probably one of the simpler ways to do it, but if you had some sharp flush cutters or a razor knife, you could get the job done the same way. Now it's time to paint, so I'm going to remove any of the extra little pieces here. I started with a flat black spray paint to cover the entire thing and then painted over just the steel areas of the gun with a glossy black. After that, once the handle is taped off, it's ready to have its own wooden color. Once the paint settled into the cracks and dried slightly, I'll wipe off the excess and leave the rest in the cracks and low points. Now, I have this silver paint marker, and I really like using these for doing any of the wear out areas or adding any sort of scratches. Spending a small amount of time with this really makes the edges pop out well. Lastly, I wanted to add something where the stickers used to be, to represent the small metal emblems that match the original weapon. So I took some 2-part leather working studs, and after I drilled a couple holes, I just glued them into position there. Looking through my bins, I even found an appropriate holster to put it in. And there you have it. I love simple projects like this because it allows me to decompress between larger projects a lot of the time. Sometimes just working through something simple can get you further ahead on a larger project than you ever thought it could. This was such a fun little project, and I'm just really happy with the results. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it.